to go through such trauma and to come out as a brave, upstanding representative of not just their country but their entire generation is something that I think we can all look forward to. And I look to people like you in Youth Connect Ukraine and I'm like, these are the people who are going to take things forwards beyond the end of the war, because all wars do end. Beyond the end of the war, into reconstruction, into rebuilding your home, it's somewhere that everyone wants to go back to, but also the Czechs who want to visit after they finish complaining about the Ukrainians. You know, oh, I'd like to go there next. So what I hope is the next few days you get that experience from your fabulous facilitators.
Like good people come together in one place, something brilliant definitely will happen. Our facilitators are responsible for this magic.
Hi, I'm Matjaž, I'm Czech student and Ukrainian students came here. It's about the connections, exploring others' ideas and maybe support them some way and find new friends, find maybe your new love, I don't know. It's the small amount what you can do, but it's very helpful. Be grateful. I'm into politics, yeah, and it's really important to talk with others and find their problems and trying to solve them. So we spoke with directors of the documentary, very well-known documentary in Czech Republic, to demonstrate how manipulations, informational war can work.
We are here in safety. We don't have the curfew, we have electricity, we have water in our houses, you know, basic needs. But in Ukraine, it's something that we don't have.
It's very interesting to screen this movie to people on high schools. We also did one very big screening in Prague for 4,000 young students, and the president came as well. And after the screening, there is always like silence, and they are very focused and asking, I think, on very good things. And it's also interesting that there are many people from Ukraine. We can then talk about how they can help these young people. And I'm saying them how you can help is how you behave to these colleagues from Ukraine. And I think this is also good to have this collective experience.
We had a great meeting with Kate Davenport.
Можете розмовляти українською, тому що, на жаль, я забула багато і я переплутаю постійно з чеською. Але хочу сказати, що дуже рада вас бачити. Як ви, можливо, вже знаєте, заступниця посла в наше посольстві Великої Британії в Празі, але раніше я 4 роки працювала в посольстві в Києві. Я очолювала відділ політичних справ.
We have seen different shifts in support for Ukraine amongst other partners, but I think one thing I'm proud of is that the UK has been there from the beginning and is still there.
Your vision of cross-border dialogue between Ukrainian and Czech youth for this program.
So this has been a fantastic morning. We've heard all about the different projects that these amazing young people are involved in. And even in the middle of war, they've found inspiration, creativity, and brought all their ideas and talent. And the projects are so diverse, and I think it's so important for them to come to the Czech Republic to show young Czechs what can be done and what they're doing in the time of war, but also to get them out of Ukraine to be inspired and to go back with new ideas and to reflect on either how big and monumental it is what they're delivering. And we've had a good discussion about what might be needed in the future, rebuilding Ukraine, Ukraine's potential sort of integration into the EU, and some ideas for what they can learn from this experience, but also how to build on these great projects.
Met an ambassador of Ukraine to Czech Republic.
Вслух до президента.
молоді можливість також запитати щось. Дякую.
Дуже вам дякую. Це справді я не знав, що це перший ваш закордонний візит, так що це дуже добре, що ви почали саме з Чехії.
У мене наразі 4 запитання.
Скільки у нас часу скажіть?
Як Чехія допомагає Україні при молоді, і ми могли побачити це в коментарях у Фейсбуці.
Принеси звіт, будь ласка. Нам вдалося, по-перше, ми офіційно вивели відносини з Чехами на рівень стратегічного партнерства.
Hi, so I'm Paul Wade. I'm the country director for British Council Czech Republic, and I've just spent the last week with a group of amazing humans from Youth Connect Ukraine, also linked to British Council. So this opportunity came up about just over a month ago to welcome some youth leaders from Ukraine to Prague, and it immediately struck me as something really important. There's a strong connection between the Czechs and the Ukrainians in terms of the Czechs being the last people to be invaded by the authoritarian state of the communists, the Soviets at the time, and the Ukrainians the next people to feel the strong arm of the Russians around their throat. And it felt that that strong connection and the ability to bring some Czech youth leaders together with Ukrainian youth leaders was not only a really interesting opportunity, but a really important one. A chance also to go to not just Prague, but into the regions, to Yelava, to the capital of the Vysočanský Kraj, the Czech Highlands, a relatively rural area, but an area with very large numbers of Ukrainians settling there, both historically and more recently as refugees, and a chance to help solidify some new relationships between Ukrainians and Czechs in that region. So it was sort of multifaceted, if you like. And then bringing them to Prague, there were two opportunities there. One was to allow a group of people to see something beautiful and wonderful, to escape some of the trappings of war, if you like, and have a bit of freedom, but also to visit the embassy, to see how an Ukrainian embassy operates abroad, to visit some of the people working to support Ukrainians here, including those building anti-drone nets, and to have a chance to see some of Prague's wonderful culture, such as visiting the cinema and some of our excellent food, of course. I think you went to Cafe Adria, didn't you? The reason it was important to me is that since I took on the role of British Council Director about a year and a half ago, I've had a chance to meet some incredible people and increasingly work with Ukrainians who are here to support their diaspora, people escaping war, and also to forge those links. And one of those people has been Anastasia Vlachenko, working with Brave Generation. And seeing the passion with which she advocates for her country and the amount of time she puts into making sure that there's a voice heard, not just here, but around Europe. It felt important to support that mission and support others doing the same. And any opportunity to help others is something I'd like to help with. So it really matched with my personal mission and the mission of the British Council to build trust, to build connections and to foster understanding. It really was the perfect way to do what the British Council's work is all about in practice in this country.
My name is Arsen Kilichavy. I am the non-formal education lead at the British Council office in Ukraine. And today we are in Czech Republic with bright Ukrainian young people. We organized a study visit for the alumni of Youth Connect for Ukraine project. And here we have participants from all regions of Ukraine. And here in Czech Republic, we also met Czech people. We had an opportunity to communicate with them, to interact with them, as well as learn more from Czech experience. We had an opportunity to meet different stakeholders in different sectors. So we had these different perspectives, and I'm really grateful for the whole team and the whole participants for organizing and joining this great visit.
I have a poem in Czech-Ukrainian language. Chybí mi tvá vůně, já sumuju za tvojím hlasem, mé srdce stůně, ale já věřím, že s časem pocítím teplo ve svém nitru. Thank you and goodbye.